All right, so the assignment I want to go ahead and talk about today is the final research assignment. So if you go ahead and look at assignments, you can see the instructions for the final research essay, and the details are below. And if you need to, you can click over here and download a copy of this prompt and print it out and for your uses. So what I do want to go over is just a brief explanation and kind of an overview of what this assignment entails. The year that I was born was important because, the year that I was born, the final research assignment. So what we're going to do is go ahead and cover the basics of what this assignment entails. So about the final research essay. So let's take a moment and review what the assignment entails. There are a set of parameters for this assignment that you need to remember. So you're going to need to go ahead and find a research topic from the year that you were born. So it does have to be from the year that you were born. And then you're going to be expected to gather information about your research topic. You're going to need to know the basics about the topic that you select, be able to give a summary of what makes that event significant and important, and just the basic foundation for understanding why you selected it. So you're going to have to use the CRC library databases to help gather the sources for your paper. You're going to be expected to gather a variety of different sources, such as articles, essays, academic journals, etc., and so forth. But we will go over that in a later unit. You're also going to be expected to create an annotated bibliography, and you're going to use the research that you're going to compile to create your final research paper. Your research topic. You need to remember that the topic that you choose needs to be from the year that you were born. Not only do you need to explain the topic, whether it's an invention, major discovery, major news event, either national or global, etc., but you also need to explain how that event impacts us today. So, examples of topics can range from major national or international events, natural or man-made, discoveries such as scientific or medical discoveries, major inventions, etc., and so forth. You can examine the world of politics, what were going on in the elections, were there any new laws, Supreme Court rulings, etc., and so forth. Just remember, these are just some of the possibilities for your research topic. Where do I find a topic? Now, I bet the next thing you're going to think about is how you're going to narrow down the focus of your research. The first thing that you need to do is just do a quick and simple search. Find out what happened the year that you were born. Do a quick and dirty Google search about major events or news stories that happened from the year that you were born. The internet is actually a very great place to begin your academic research, because there we can get a general idea about the topics that are interesting to us before we end up going into serious academic research. Wikipedia and history websites provide great sources of information that can get us thinking about potential topics. So, however, proceed with caution. These are great places to begin, but they're not going to be the only places where you're going to find your research. I do not want a bunch of resources from Wikipedia. This is where you're going to demonstrate your academic research skills. So, and above all, make sure as you're going through your research topics, potential research topics, is selecting a topic that is interesting to you. Nothing is more painful than writing about a topic that you have zero interest in. So, as you're going through your research, write down a couple of potential topics. And as you're beginning to learn the basic information about your topic, it'll help you figure out which direction you want your research to go. Now that you found your topic, though, where do we go? So, once you begin to narrow down your topic to, say, 2 to 3 potential topics that you want to explore. The next step would be to see the academic discussions that are going on about your research topic. So this is where we're going to begin exploring the CRC library databases. You can also use Google Scholar, and the internet does have a wealth of credible sources, but when we go over the library orientation, we'll go over that a little bit more in detail. And you can also gather some really good sources from YouTube. The annotated bibliography. When you're gathering your research and you finally narrow down the scope of your topic, you're going to have to develop an annotated bibliography. This is a separate assignment from the final research paper. You will not only gather your sources that you're going to be expected to use in the final paper, but you're also going to have to create an annotated bibliography where you're going to explain 4 of your sources and provide a summary and explanation as to how this source informs and will be used in your research paper. So we'll go over more about that later. And remember, have fun. Above all, this is a chance to learn a little bit about the year that you were born and how those events from that year have a long lasting impact into today. And please remember, choose a topic that interests you. Have fun. I promise you're going to discover a lot about yourselves and about the year that you were born and how history has a long lasting impact on us.